Action.
I think I'm going to come to a halt.
Oh.
The Mutant is a trail running shoe from the Italian company La Sportiva. In 2022 there are 4 colour choices for men and 2 for women, although you may still find some other colours around from previous years. The Mutant has a 10mm drop and a reasonably rounded toe box. For me they run a little small, so I went to full size up from my standard shoe size, and with that I found them to be really comfortable straight out of the box. Steve runs in his usual size, so do spend a little time in them to make sure you're comfortable before you commit to getting them dirty. Built on their normal last, La Sportiva market this as a normal to high volume, mid-long range shoe with a 4mm ortholite footbed for extra long-term comfort.
The La Sportiva Mutant is a shoe designed for soft and muddy conditions. You can see this by the fairly extensive grip that's on the bottom. You've got 6mm lugs, nicely spaced out. La Sportiva use their friction white sole, which they describe as being ultra grippy, and nothing that I've seen so far from the shoe would lead me to think that that's not true. It's performed really well in muddy conditions and also on some of the stony paths in the Peak District that I've been running on.
The grip is great, although I have found that some mud does get packed in on the heels, making things a bit heavy going, but that might be more related to a problem with my gait.
Oops.
Getting back to the grip, which the Mutant is all about, I felt comfortable and confident on all surfaces, including wet rock. And yes, they do drain quickly.
Oh, you flashed me.
One of the things that's different about the La Sportiva Mutant is actually the tongue. So La Sportiva have designed what they call the spiral tongue. So rather than your traditional tongue system, you actually have a piece of the tongue coming over from either side of the shoe. Some people call this the burrito, but what you have then is it wrapping over and really securing down on your foot to keep you in place.
Together with the burrito tongue, the Mutants have an unusual but effective side lacing option which enable you to store the laces in the lace pocket, giving you protection from lace snags on the trails. If you need help relacing your Mutants, I highly recommend the video linked above. I've highlighted the grip in soft conditions, but I must also mention that the Mutant is perfectly comfortable on hard-packed trails and tarmac too. The retail price in the UK is £115, but you usually see them on sale for around £100, and for that money I think you're getting a lot of shoe.
One of the Mutant's features, according to La Sportiva, is the integrated gaiter. So you have this piece of the shoe here that's supposed to act as a gaiter. Personally for me, it's a bit too gappy and doesn't really hug my foot enough to act as a gaiter. And I have had small bits of debris get into the shoe. Overall, I think the La Sportiva Mutant is a well-made shoe and I've enjoyed all my runs in it so far. I'm about 50 miles into this pair and I've seen no wear whatsoever. Steve's had a pair for a couple of years now and has done a lot of winter Peak District miles in his and seen very little wear too. So I think the shoe overall is very robust. The combination of its hard-wearing fabric on the top, nice solid toe protection to keep your toes safe from kicking rocks, and the outsole is very deep, gives you good confidence in muddy conditions, but also a lot of protection from rocks, and so you can always feel secure and safe when you're running in this shoe. I'm looking forward to many more miles in the Mutant and I'd highly recommend it.